Did you create a tab yet?
Emily Quinones.
Emily should have a tab, but I didn't even get on it yet.
Okay. That's what I meant.
Okay, so Emily we were looking at, and last time we met for her, let me find her name, Emily. And hopefully Jess will be joining us. There she is.
Writing.
Is writing, and the last time we met was a month ago, February 10th.
We were working on making sure all of her ideas were transferring to the paper, right?
Yep,
And the B again.
The
right?
B, because we thought she had it solid, but then you found that she was mixing that up again. So going back to the B before introducing the D, and then we had rereading her writing to fix errors.
How's she doing on the B?
It's looking better again. I put the sticker back on her desk, but it looks like it's gone again. But
Do you think she's controlling it yet or not?
I mean, it's hard to say because last time she, went back. But I would say, based on the last couple things I've seen in writing and reading, she's got it controlled.
So then is she also doing her D's correctly all the time now, or are those getting flopped sometimes?
It's right in here. The D's are right. Oh, there's one that's backwards.
Most D's.
So maybe just keeping up on what you've been doing lately with her to keep that
How are the P's and Q's?
going.
This one had P's and Q's that were backwards, but she went back and fixed them,
On her own?
as far as I can tell.
So I'm going to
Because I remember telling her to check. I didn't physically go through and say, check this, check this, check this. I said, check to make sure all your letters are right.
Oh,
So
okay.
she went back and she fixed P's and Q's. She even fixed, transcribe that, a K to a Q. Like she put K as like the word K with a K.
With a K.
And she went back and put a Q.
Q. So that you, just by prompting her to go back and check, she did
fixed
identify
those.
some errors.
Can you tell me again what you said? So I can write it down. Sorry.
I said, can you go back and check to make sure your letters look right?
And then I'm going to put that in the language for independence with the B and D, but I'm also going to add the Q and the P to the behaviors to move to independence, and she's almost there.
Because this one was just from yesterday and the day before, and I don't see anything backwards. I see some letters that are incorrect, but they're not written backwards or
Which one
flipped.
does she do correctly more often, the Q or the P?
The Q. The P is what was usually backwards.
Okay. Does she always write them above the line?
Yeah, and I worked on it with her in small group, but then the paper that we use doesn't always have lines, so then I have to go back and use lined paper instead. But yeah, they are usually above the line.
Do you think that she does that because she doesn't know where to put it, or she doesn't want it to get in the way of the other letters?
I don't know. Because these are starting to go under the line a little bit, but most of these are above.
And even like this one, maybe that she's going down below, the next letter also goes below.
She has a
a
hard
little
time
bit.
coming back up.
So,
'Cause, yeah, it's just it again.
Yeah,
Oh,
and like
yeah.
her G's and her Y's don't go under the line
Under.
either. Well, that one.
That
this
just
is
looks like
messy.
that maybe wasn't her best penmanship day.
Well, no, and I
overall.
said, why are you writing with a pen? I don't know.
Because with her, I can see her not liking how they overlap. Like if they were below the line, she's so.
what do you mean overlap?
Like if there's a P and then she's got some letters on the next line and they touch, like she might not like that.
Oh, okay.
Like if
I got what you're saying. Underneath it?
yeah,
you're
like
saying?
if this Y would
Oh,
hang down,
okay.
it would get in the way of these
Of
other
those
letters.
Oh,
That she likes them all nice and tidy in their lines.
Okay.
That it's not a sheet of paper that she's writing on; it's like all the lines,
All
and
the
they have
lines.
to stay in their spot. So we have a
I
few
wonder
kids
if
that do
that's.
that.
How do you overcome that?
I think what we did for some of the other students was we used that paper that has the gray lines in between.
Oh, that's got like the extra
sure.
space.
The extra
because then
space.
and then really worked when they have to go under, and that way they could hang the letters below the line.
Okay.
But it wasn't ever getting in the way of anything.
I
That was
see.
kind of the way,
Oh.
like, some of the students used it, but that was kind of a check for us too, so we could see if that was really the issue.
issue.
Mhm.
Oh, interesting. I wonder, would that be helpful for her, do you think?
Maybe
to like
for her final draft, I'll ask her to do it
Yeah.
on
on
different
the
paper.
different paper, so to see like that's interesting. Mm-hmm.
What are those called? Tails? No. Do they have a name?
I call them tails, but that's like the Spanish translation. I don't really
Oh,
know.
that's fine. I'll put that in
You mean like when it goes below?
Yeah.
Yeah, when a letter has
Yeah.
something below the line.
Below the line. I don't know. That's a good. I know. Never thought about that.
Mhm.
What do you call that?
I think it depends on which series of handwriting you use.
Oh, yeah, if it's like the
Oh,
kite
sure,
strings
like
or
certain-
the other.
mhm.
Yeah.
Letters. Do I put that under intervention? The paper?
The paper? No, I would keep
Or
it.
should I just put in the language?
Put it in the language, maybe. Or the classroom notes, maybe would be another space that we could. Oh, I get what you're saying. Classroom intervention notes. Were you thinking?
Yeah,
Or
because I think that's always our struggle when it's not a language thing. Like when we have some other support,
Mhm.
we're not sure where to put it.
lately, I've been putting it under the classroom intervention notes as a side thing. But I think as long as it's documented in there somewhere, that's the important thing.
There's are like grade lines in between the lines.
With extra blank space between the lines. I mean, I know what that means.
Yeah, the
You know what
like
that
the
is.
gray lined
With
paper
gray
or
spaces.
something.
We're
Yeah.
just gonna say that. Okay. And then the other thing that we had last time was reread her writing to fix errors, and I don't know if that was just B and D errors or if that was other things.
I think it was to make sure she had the whole idea, because I think Jess said like when she would write things, she would leave out like the rest of the idea.
Mm-hmm.
How should we
Um,
make that?
We used a planner with this last piece of writing, so she really had to say what happened first and then add a little bit to it. So I think that made sure that she couldn't forget the whole idea that she wanted to write. And this was all like narrative stuff that she made up. It wasn't like something that had happened to her. So I think that was probably easier because she didn't have to like recall memories.
Sure.
She could make up what was happening.
Yeah. at the moment. Okay.
But the story that she has, you know, makes sense, and it has more details than normal stories that she's written.
Mm-hmm.
But this was also very step by step. Like,
Sure.
I introduced characters, they wrote their characters, you know, and then we
Mhm.
went down the line.
Which is what she
She needs. Yeah.
at the moment. So that's a helpful tool probably for her to
Mhm.
be able to do that. And I think that's a really nice probably scaffold that you've added in there.
So with modeling, she's able to do it.
hmm
So
And she's able to go
explicitly-
back and reread, because some of the
Explicit
stuff that she's gone back and fixed, this was rereading.
Have you had her do a similar task now without you modeling it first?
We just started this week, so no,
Oh,
not
okay.
yet.
Would that be our next step?
Yeah, to use a planner to write without step-by-step modeling.
Just gonna write 1 and 2 on
So
this.
now that once she's getting comfortable with you modeling it for her, having her take it on by herself after that.
Use a planner to
To
Organize
her thoughts and ideas or something like that. Yeah, when I was reading the reread her writing to fix errors, I couldn't remember if it was that because I know we talked about that, and then I wasn't sure though too if it was about the B's and D's or like the actual like letter formation, because we talked about like
'Cause
not
we talked
wanting to do
about
too
both,
much,
yeah.
and we didn't want to overwhelm for your focus on her. So I think just thinking about that, supporting her in that way of just like what you've done and prompting her, so then maybe eventually, like the next time we come back, we can kind of see how she's doing with that, and hopefully maybe we could move that more towards independence of you less having to say it to her.
In other news, she is like completely independent at a level 12 in reading. So I'm
That's
gonna try a
great.
14
She went
with
up a
her
lot
today.
this year, didn't she?
She
What'd
started at a
start
4.
That is awesome. She is rocking that.
Mhm. And I'm excited to
That
see
is
what she
so
is in English
exciting.
because I have the 3 low kids to test in English
Okay.
yet.
Oh, yay.
Mhm.
That's awesome. I'm sure Jess will be excited about that too, because I
Mhm.
know she said she's seen amazing growth with
Yeah.
you and that. So awesome.
We'll book another day.
Okay.
Yeah. Does that sound good?
Yep.
Okay. Perfect. Thanks,
Cool.
Cassie.
Thank you.
So I was at the dentist yesterday morning. Well, I was just talking about how I missed all the other parts.